Welcome to my poster presentation. This is MD Rafiul Islam. My poster title is Estimation of Seismic Site Coefficient by Ground Response Analysis for Northeast Arkansas. Me, MD Rafiul Islam and MD Ariful Hassan are the author of this research project. Our faculty mentor is Dr. Jahid Hussain. This is the total view of my poster presentation, and at first I would like to start with the abstract portion. Several recent studies have predicted several seismic hazard scenarios which are alarming for the people of Jonesboro and the surrounding areas. In the recent years, several new bridges have been proposed for new highways or improvement of existing highways within the Craighead County. With the existing vulnerability due to the presence of active fault nearby and higher seismic design force requirement, future investment for bridge repairs and construction are critical issues. The objective of this study is to estimate seismic site coefficient for the area by ground response analysis and compare the new site coefficient with previously estimated coefficient by researchers and state agencies such as ASTRO, ASCE, NEHRP. These site response analyses have been performed by a platform called Deep Soil version 7.0, and in the Deep Soil version 7.0, equivalent linear analysis and non-linear site response analysis have been carried out. Finally, seismic acceleration site coefficient will be estimated for different locations around the city. This study will help the city and state highway design engineer to calculate the design force for future bridges by avoiding expensive field investigation. The objectives of the study is to characterize the shear of velocity profile of the soil down to bedrock, collect and adjust appropriate input earthquake acceleration, simulate the propagation of input ground motion from bedrock to the ground surface, develop surface response spectrum, calculate the amplification factor. This is the geology of Northeast Arkansas, which consists of several layers. At the bottom, it is Paleozoic rock, and the depth of subsurface layer ranging from 200 meter to 1000 meter. This is the methodology which includes the shear of velocity profile collection, variability analysis of shear of velocity profile, performing deaggregation analysis, obtaining magnitude of earthquake and source to site distance from deaggregation analysis, collection of earthquake histories, developing ground motion from selected earthquake histories, selection of uniform hazard spectrum as targeted design spectrum, then matching of ground motion with the targeted design spectrum, use of this matched ground motion in the site specific ground motion response analysis, performing equivalent linear analysis and non-linear analysis using the site response analysis code Deep Soil 7.0, estimate surface response spectrum as well as amplification factor, and finally developing a delineated design spectrum. Several analyses have been carried out. This is one of them. This figure shows the soil profile of Mark Tree. Left of the figure shows the different layer of soil, and right of the figure shows the different properties of soil. This has been performed in the Deep Soil 7.0. Figure 3 shows the surface response spectrum of Mark Tree using non-linear analysis in Deep Soil 7.0. This is the graphical representation of surface spectral acceleration versus earthquake time period, and figure 4 shows the comparison of surface response spectrum versus input response spectrum using nonlinear analysis. From this figure 4, it can be concluded that the seismic site coefficient is getting de-amplified for shorter period of time, like 0.1 second to less than 1 second, and getting amplified for longer period of time, 1 second to 10 seconds. Same analysis have been performed using equivalent linear analysis, and from the figure 6 it can be concluded that the seismic site coefficient is getting amplified for shorter period of time as well as longer period of time while using the equivalent linear analysis in Deep Soil 7.0. This may happen because equivalent linear analysis may not capture the soil behavior properly at higher stand beside constant stiffness and damping used in equivalent linear analysis may give higher value at short period, but it is well pronounced that the deep deposited soil column has deep impact on site amplification factor. In this analysis, some values were assumed. Besides, only TG motion have been selected as input ground motion to come up with the final recommendation. More ground motions need to be accommodated for site-specific ground motion response analysis as well as actual soil properties need to be accumulated. That is it. Thank you all. Stay safe.